Hi, this is Mr. Cardoso, and in this video, we are going to look at an example of solving linear inequalities. That's section 4.2. So linear inequalities tend to have something linear in them, like a linear polynomial, and then there's an inequality, which means a greater than sign, a less than sign, a greater than or equal to sign, and so on. So let's just dive right into an example. So we've got 3x plus 6 all over 5 is less than or equal to 3x minus 6 all over 15. So you can see here we have an inequality. It's not an equal sign. And we have a linear expressions on both sides. So that's why we call it linear inequality. So we are going to go ahead and solve this. Now, the easiest thing is to get rid of the denominator first, because those can be a little bit annoying. So let's get rid of the denominator by, there's a couple of ways to do this. We can multiply both sides by the LCD of the denominator. In this case, since there's only one fraction on both sides of the inequality, that means I can actually just go ahead and cross multiply. But I will do the other method just so you can see that we can work with fractions that have multiple denominators here. So let's do the other method here. We'll multiply both sides by the lowest common denominator. In this case, the lowest common denominator is 15. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 15. You notice that 15 obviously goes into 15, and 5 goes into 15. So that's what we're looking for, both of these numbers going into 15. So I multiply here by 15, and I multiply this side by 15. Now the whole purpose of doing this is not to multiply this by the numerator or multiply this 15 by the numerator. The whole purpose is to get rid of the denominator. So how many times does 5 go into 15? 5 goes into 15 3 times. So now I can, cross this out and write 3. So I get 3 times 3x plus 6, which is less than or equal to, and 15 and 15 go in 1 time. So then I'm just left with 3x minus 6. Now I multiply and expand this one, so I get 9x plus 18 is less than or equal to 3x minus 6. Now, I want to collect like terms, so 9x minus 3x is less than or equal to minus 6 minus 18, okay, which over here gives me 6x is less than or equal to negative 24. I then divide both sides by 6, okay, and then I get x is less than or equal to negative 4. Now, many people make the mistake of switching the sign here because they see a negative. If this was a negative 6, and then we would divide by negative 6, then we need to switch the sign. But this is a positive 6. So I'm not doing any sign switching because I'm dividing by a positive number. Only if I am multiplying or dividing by a negative number do I switch the sign. So in this case, you can see I'm dividing both sides by positive 6. So I do not switch the sign. The answer turns out to be negative. X is less than or equal to negative 4. So now, if I go ahead and draw this on a number line, draw my number line here, okay, and then here's my 0, and then I've got negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4, okay, and then I go ahead and it's less than or equal to negative 4, so I'm looking to the left of negative 4, so I can draw my little thing here. This is the sign I'm looking for, but it's less than or equal to, so that means at negative 4 I draw a closed circle, and that's what my this inequality would look like on the number line. Okay, I hope you understand solving linear inequalities, and see you next time.